welcome back to the Ebony Odyssey. My name is Jermaine Long, and I am a servant of the Most High God. I appreciate you coming along, and as always, enjoy the journey. Today's topic is mighty works, and the support scripture I'll be using for this topic today is Matthew chapter 13, verses 57 and 58, which reads, "And they were offended in him. But Jesus said unto them, A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. And he did not many mighty works there because of their unbelief." Family, I would just like to say that it would be nice to believe that everyone was on board with me coming here, when everyone was on board with what I was doing, but that is not the case. Honestly, I didn't spend that time telling each and every family member that, hey, I'm about to go. Hey, I'm going to Africa. Because when you do things like that, sometimes your family will keep you from reaching those goals because they will have those questions. They will want to interject their fears. They will want to deter you from your objective. And because being led by God, I didn't want those handicaps or those road bumps or those roadblocks as they would occur normally. I know we've all been through these situations where you tell family and they have their opinions, and their opinions are great and their opinions are valid. But at the same time, those opinions sometimes slow you down from progress. It says right here in this scripture, and they were offended in him. A prophet is not without honor, save in his own country and in his own house. I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I will kind of try to make this short and quick and to the point. But I remember a time where my grandmother was alive, and my grandmother could be considered, a baobab tree. And a baobab tree is this huge tree over here in Tanzania, in Zanzibar, where I'm at. This tree is huge. It is massive in size, and it has these jackfruits. And these jackfruits they can grow really big, really, really big. And it's amazing that this tree is actually holding this fruit that looks almost like a watermelon when it's, when it has grown to its fullest length. But this tree is strong. The roots are deep, and the fruit, it is allowing the fruit to grow as large as it can. But in the event that the tree dies, the leaves will scatter and they will go their own way. And, this is what happened with our family for the most part. I know at a certain point, when my grandmother passed, I tried to exert as much energy as I could to try to keep everyone together. I was wanting to make a newsletter, and I wanted to produce this newsletter every month, so I did a lot of digging, did a lot of research. I'm getting everybody's phone numbers, getting everybody's address, getting everybody's birthday, all these things, and, I'm doing this in the sense, so, hey, she's not here, but, hey, I'm going to make sure that everybody, knows what's going on. And, this way we could also, come, begin to get closer as a family, come closer, grow. We could, pool our money. We could, start college funds. We could, help each other buy houses, these things that, that would make our family stronger, it would create that generational wealth that we didn't begin with. But it did not happen. I was exerting this energy, and no one was really interested in growing at that time. Hey, and I don't knock them, man. Everybody has their own family, and everybody has their own purpose. But we would have been a lot stronger together. So you move on, you grow up, and you realize that the immediate family is what you should focus on. If everybody else is going to go their own way, you take care of the people that is closest to you, because in the end, if everybody is going their own way, only the people that you have direct control of, direct care for, that's going to be important. So, I mean, unfortunately, that's how, life goes. That's how, situations change and things turn. So we made this move, and I didn't let a lot of people know. I didn't want to be held back with some people's doubts and some people's fears. I couldn't do a great work in my country with the family that I love so much. And don't get me wrong, I love my family dearly, and I would do almost anything for them. But I understood it was a limit. I couldn't do it in my own house with the people that I grew up with, the people that I knew the most. That I know we took a lot of steps together. I couldn't do that. And it wasn't because of my unbelief. It was their unbelief in what we could accomplish together. It was their understanding of, hey, we had to fend for ourselves. And I understand. I get it. But like I say, we could have done so much more together. So instead of calling everybody, getting a rally, for the last hoorah of me being there, I chose to just go at it alone. Because sometimes family doesn't come to provide. They come to prevent us from reaching the goals that we have before us. And if God has something before you, you have to go for it. You can't make your decisions based on others' opinion. And because that will keep you from doing a mighty work for his kingdom. And I love, when, Jesus was at a certain event, and they say, hey, your mother, your brother, and your sisters are outside. And he says, who are my mother, my brothers, and my sisters? Those that do the will of my Father are my mothers, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins. So I just say all this to say, you can do a mighty work, but you have to choose to serve God as opposed to serving man, as opposed to, waiting behind people who may not be on board yet with what you're doing. Sometimes you just got to go ahead, and you just got to strike out on your own, and you got to figure out what's going to be best for your immediate family, the ones that you have direct care of, that you're directly responsible for. So, as always, family, I thank you for coming along. And as always, enjoy the journey.